Hello children, in the last part of the video we have seen about natural resources such as air and air pollution, cause of air pollution and how we can prevent it. Yes. So today let's see about environmental problem caused by humans. So due to human activities environment gets affected. Okay, so certain problems are caused by the activity of humans in environment, that is called environmental problem. So let's see about the environmental problem caused by humans. First one is depletion of ozone layer. This is the major environmental problem caused by humans. So ozone layer, it is the layer which is present in the atmosphere. Okay, so it is the ozone layer is the layer which is present in the atmosphere, which is a part of our atmosphere from 16 kilometer to 16 kilometer to 60 kilometer above sea level. So from the above sea level atmosphere part from 16 kilometer to 60 kilometer above, which is called as ozone layer. It is the part of our atmosphere. Okay, and ozone is an allotrope of oxygen, that is it is one form of oxygen, and molecule of ozone is made up of 3 oxygen atoms, and molecular formula of ozone is O3. Okay, so what is the molecular formula of ozone, children? O3, which is made up of 3 oxygen atoms. So what is the function of ozone layer? Ozone layer, it will absorb the ultraviolet rays coming from the sun. Sun emits ultraviolet rays which is harmful to our skin. Okay, not only skin, our body. Okay, so what is the function of ozone layer? This ozone layer absorbs the ultraviolet rays which is coming from the sun and protect all the living beings from their harmful effects like skin cancer, cataract in eyes, weakened immune system. So these ultraviolet rays, if it directly come from the sun, it will cause certain harmful effects like skin cancer, cataract in eyes, weakened immune system. So that what is acting as a protective layer here? Ozone layer. Why ozone layer is a protective layer? It will absorb the harmful ultraviolet rays which coming from the sun and protect all the living organism from their harmful effects like skin cancer, cataract in eyes, weakened immune system. So decline of ozone layer. So decline means the depletion of ozone layer in Antarctica was first observed in the year 1985 and was termed as ozone hole. Okay, so scientists have observed through satellite picture that there is a hole in the ozone layer in Antarctica, which is first observed in the year 1985. So here you can see the picture of satellite picture showing the hole which is magenta color. Okay, magenta color in the ozone layer over Antarctica. In 1980 it is like this and it gets increasing 1985 and 1990. This is the situation. Okay, so due to the human activity there is a decline of ozone layer which is called ozone layer depletion, which created a ozone hole in the Antarctica region. Now, what is the reason of ozone depletion? Why there is a ozone depletion? Because of excess use of CFCs. CFCs means chlorofluorocarbon. So, due to the excess use of chlorofluorocarbon in refrigerators, jet planes, spray cans, fire extinguisher, and due to nuclear explosion. These are the reason of ozone depletion. Excess use of chlorofluorocarbon in refrigerators, jet planes, spray cans, fire extinguisher, not only the nuclear explosion. Now, smoke. It is also a type of air pollution. Smoke is a type of air pollution. The word smoke comes from the two words smoke and fog. Okay, the smoke word comes from two words smoke and fog. smoke can form in any climate where there is a lot of air pollution. Okay, so smoke is a type of air pollution which is caused in any climate, which can be formed in any climate, especially if there is a lot of air pollution. Smoke can be formed, especially in cities. So cities, there is a lot of air pollution, yes, where there is a possibility for the formation of smoke. Now, water, a wonderful liquid. Water is also a natural resources. Still now we have seen air as a natural resources, and due to the human activity, not only that, due to air pollution, there is a environmental problem which affect humans, animals and plants. Now water is also a wonderful liquid which is a natural resource. About 3/4 of Earth's surface, that is 75% of Earth's surface, is covered with water. It is present underground, a very large area on the surface, sea, ocean, and also in the form of water vapor in the atmosphere. So it is present underground, and it is also present in the sea, ocean. It is also in the form of water vapor in the atmosphere. Now, necessity of water for all. So without water any organism cannot survive. So why? What is the necessary of water for all organism? It maintains a uniform temperature of the body. So it can maintain the temperature in our body. All cellular process take place in water medium. So human body is made up of cell. Yes, so all the cellular process will take place in the water. Now, water pollution. So when water become unfit for drinking and other uses, then water is said to be polluted. So if the water is unfit for drinking and other uses, then water is said to be polluted. So what is the causes of water pollution? So first one is dumping of waste from the industries into water bodies. So industries, they are disposing the waste which produced during the production of product in industries into water bodies. This is one of the cause of water pollution. Now, washing of clothes near water body. So some people used to wash clothes near water body, which leads to the water unfit for any purpose. And spraying chemical in water field. So in the field, in the water field, if spraying chemical like chlorine, okay, so such type of activities leads to the water pollution. Then dumping household waste into the water body. Some people, if there is no place to dump household waste, what they will do, they will discharge all the waste into the water body. This also leads to the water pollution. These are causes of water pollution. Now, soil. Soil is the portion of the earth's surface which consists of disintegrated rock and decaying organic material. So, soil is also a natural resources which is the portion of earth's surface consisting of disintegrated rock and decaying organic material. And what is the use of soil to us? It provides the support for many plants and animals. So plants can grow in soil, yes. So if the soil is not there, or if the soil is not containing proper nutrients, plants cannot grow. So soil provides the support for many plants and animals. Now, factors for creation of soil. How soil is formed? First one is sun. Okay, so sun is responsible for the creation of soil. Sun heat up rocks during the day so that they expand. Okay, so rock particles will be in the earth's surface. Due to the heat of the sun, rocks during the daytime they expand. At night time the rocks cool down and again they will contract. Okay, since this expansion and contract will be take place, which result in the formation of cracks, and ultimately the huge rocks break up into smaller pieces which forms the soil. Okay, so due to heat of the sun, the rocks will expand during daytime Again at night time it will cool down. So continuously expansion and contraction result in the formation of cracks, which breaks up the huge rocks into smaller pieces, which result in the formation of soil. So sun is one of the factor for the creation of soil. Next one is wind. So wind carries sand from one place to another. So that soil will be formed. And living organism such as lichen. So lichen is a slow growing plant which grows on the surface of the rocks. While growing, they will release certain substance which causes the rock surface to powder down and form a thin layer of soil. Okay, so first one, sun. Due to the heat of sun, soil will be formed, and due to the wind carries sand from one place to another. And living organisms such as lichen, which grows on the surface layer of the rocks, which release certain substance and cause the rock surface to powder and form a thin layer of soil. Now, soil erosion. What is meant by soil erosion? You know, soil contain the nutrients which is essential for the growth of plants. Yes. So carrying soil erosion is the process of carrying away of upper fertile layer of soil by rain, wind, human activities and wrong agricultural practice. Okay, so this upper fertile layer of the soil, which is called as earth crust or top fertile layer, will be carried due to the action of rain, water or wind, or due to human activities, or due to wrong agricultural practices. The process is called the soil erosion. So soil erosion is the process of carrying away of upper fertile layer of soil by rain, wind, human activities and wrong agricultural practice. Now, what are the causes of soil erosion? First one is overgrazing of land. So, the land which contain grass will be overgrazed by the animals, which result in soil erosion. So the top fertile layer will be eroded. The top fertile layer of the soil will get eroded due to the overgrazing of land. Then removal of top soil by wind and water. So due to the action of wind and water, there will be a removal of top soil, and due to the lack of trees, the upper layer of soil is erected by air and water. So when there is a lack of tree, the upper layer of the soil will be removed due to the action of air and water. And if we are leaving the land uncultivated for long time, then the fertile layer of the soil will be eroded from the the land which is used for cultivation. Okay, so these are some of the causes of soil erosion. So what are they? Overgrazing of land, removal of topsoil by wind and water. Then due to lack of trees, the upper layer of soil is erected by air and water, then leaving land uncultivated for long time, which result in the soil erosion. Okay children, I hope that you have understand about soil erosion. So today we have studied about two natural resources, water and soil. If you have any doubt, you can ask children. Remaining portion of the chapter I'll continue in the next video. Thank you.